Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the gripping developments unfolding in Port Charles as tensions rise and secrets threaten to unravel long-standing alliances. As the sun rises on another dramatic day in the bustling world of General Hospital, viewers are in for a whirlwind of emotions and revelations in the episode airing on Thursday, August 21st, 2025. The spotlight remains firmly on Maxie Jones, whose unexpected health crisis has left her family and friends in a state of anxious limbo. Despite initial reassurances from medical staff that the worst is behind them, Maxie lingers in a deep coma, her vital signs stable yet her eyes refusing to open. This prolonged unconsciousness adds a layer of mystery to her condition, prompting whispers among hospital corridors about potential underlying causes that no one saw coming. Imagine the sterile hum of machines monitoring her every breath, while her loved ones pace the waiting room, clinging to hope amid the uncertainty. We've invented a poignant detail here. A cherished family photo from Maxie's recent birthday party sits on her bedside table, serving as a silent reminder of happier times and fueling the determination of those around her to uncover the truth. Gathering at the hospital, Maxie's inner circle including her devoted parents Max Scorpio and Felicia Scorpio, along with close confidant Cody Bell, forms a tight-knit support system, their faces etched with worry. The episode picks up right where Wednesday's cliffhanger left off, with the group receiving word that the immediate danger has passed and recovery should be imminent. Yet, as hours tick by without any sign of awakening, frustration builds. Mac, ever the protective father and seasoned detective at heart, voices his growing suspicions aloud, pondering aloud how Maxie's heart could falter so suddenly without warning. Could it be stress from her high-stakes fashion world, or something more sinister like an undetected toxin? We've added a creative twist. Mac recalls a vague conversation Maxie had about feeling unusually fatigued in the days leading up to her collapse, a detail that now haunts him and sparks his resolve to dig deeper. This scene is charged with raw emotion, as Felicia clutches Cody's hand for support, her eyes brimming with unshed tears, highlighting the unbreakable bonds that define the Scorpio family. Enter Lucas Jones, the compassionate doctor who's no stranger to delivering tough news to his own kin. In a heart-wrenching moment, he pulls the family aside to explain that Maxie should have regained consciousness by now, based on all medical protocols and her improving test results. This revelation sends shockwaves through the room, amplifying the fear that her coma might not be as temporary as hoped. Lucas, drawing from his own experiences with personal loss, offers a glimmer of optimism by suggesting advanced neurological scans that could reveal hidden complications, such as subtle brain swelling or an allergic reaction gone awry. We've invented an additional layer. Lucas shares a hypothetical scenario where similar cases have turned around with experimental therapies, giving the family a thread of hope to hold onto while underscoring the unpredictability of medicine. In Port Charles, meanwhile, Lulu Spencer finds herself deeply unsettled by the unfolding events, her journalistic instincts kicking into high gear. Positioned nearby during a tense exchange, where Brooklyn Quartermain faces questioning from Lucas about possible triggers, Lulu overhears just enough to pique her curiosity. Before Brooklyn can fully respond, Lucico swoops in with a firm denial, insisting that no faulty products from Deception Cosmetics could be at fault. But Lulu, with her sharp reporter's mind honed from years of exposing scandals, isn't convinced. She might very well launch her own investigation, piecing together clues like a puzzle master. We've expanded this with a new element. Lulu jots down notes on her phone about Martin's recent interaction with Maxie right before her collapse, wondering if the slick lawyer's words held a hidden agenda. Could this lead to a confrontation where Lulu grills Martin about his motives, potentially unearthing ties to broader conspiracies in town? Shifting gears, ABC General Hospital spoilers tease a clandestine meeting between Martin Gray and Drew Kane that promises intrigue and potential fallout. In a preview snippet, Martin probes Drew with a pointed question. How do you plan to do that? This could tie into Drew's complicated entanglements with Willow Tate, whose loyalties are increasingly divided, or even ripple effects from Sonny Corinthus's turbulent world. Whatever scheme Drew is brewing, it's portrayed as a high-risk gamble destined for disaster, perhaps involving corporate maneuvers at Rora Media that could backfire spectacularly. We've added depth here. Imagine Drew pacing a dimly lit office, outlining a bold strategy to consolidate power, only for Martin to highlight legal pitfalls that foreshadow betrayal from unexpected quarters, adding suspense to their alliance. On another front, Stella Henry turns to Alexis Davis for legal counsel. But the conversation takes a sobering turn. Alexis, having agreed to represent Stella in her predicament, lays out the harsh reality. Stella's actions align perfectly with the criteria for medical insurance fraud, a charge that could carry severe consequences. This exchange is laced with empathy, as Alexis draws from her own history of legal battles to advise caution. We've invented a supportive detail. Stella confides in Alexis about her motivation stemming from a desire to protect a vulnerable family member, humanizing her choices and exploring themes of morality versus necessity in the face of bureaucratic red tape. Adding a touch of youthful vulnerability, Joe Palmieri once again bares his soul to Emma Scorpio Drake in a heartfelt conversation. This budding connection allows Joe to process his inner turmoil, perhaps touching on his adjustment to life in Port Charles or lingering family secrets. Their interaction serves as a breather amid the chaos, showcasing the next generation's resilience. The episode's climax builds at Anna Devane's office, where Sonny Corinthos confronts Justine Turner with unbridled intensity. The mob boss demands clarity on why Turner seems to be targeting his son, his protective instincts in full force. However, appearances deceive. Turner's real focus is on a larger threat, Drew Kane, whose ambitions pose risks to multiple players. We've enhanced this with a dramatic flourish. Sonny's voice echoes through the room as he slams a fist on the desk, but Turner remains composed, hinting at evidence that could shift alliances. Additionally, Anna shares a compelling theory she's been mulling over, possibly linking disparate events like Maxie's collapse to a web of deceit involving powerful figures. This discussion could plant seeds for future storylines, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. Next, we will learn about the electrifying rumors swirling around a potential villainous comeback that could shake Port Charles to its core. Diving straight into the heart of the latest buzz from the world of General Hospital, whispers are growing louder that Peter August, also known as the enigmatic Heinrich Faison, might be the shadowy puppet master orchestrating Britt Westburn's every move. From the hidden corners of Croatia, with both characters presumed dead in the eyes of the world, this twist taps into the soap opera tradition of miraculous resurrections, blending mystery with high-stakes drama. Imagine the foggy streets of a Croatian hideout where Britt, under constant surveillance, pores over Professor Dalton's cryptic data files late into the night, data that holds secrets, capable of unleashing chaos. We've invented a chilling new element here, encrypted messages arriving on Britt's secure laptop, signed with a subtle H emblem, hinting at Peter's insidious influence without ever revealing his face, keeping her on a tight leash as she deciphers potentially world-altering information. In the enchanting yet unpredictable realm of daytime television, where death is often just a temporary plot device, it's entirely plausible that these long-lost siblings have forged a clandestine alliance to survive and scheme anew. Characters like Peter and Britt have danced with demise before, only to claw their way back into the spotlight, defying logic and delighting fans with their resilience. Someone is undeniably calling the shots in Britt's isolated existence, dictating her analysis of Dalton's groundbreaking yet perilous research, which could involve genetic manipulations or forbidden medical breakthroughs. This control extends to the very essentials of her survival, including the management of her life-sustaining medication, a tool that could be weaponized to ensure compliance. Early fan theories pointed fingers at Caesar Faison, the infamous patriarch whose twisted paternal instincts might drive him to oversee his daughter's fate from beyond the grave. Picture Faison in a dimly lit lair, monitoring Britt through hidden cameras, his obsessive love manifesting as overbearing protection. But we've added a fresh layer, perhaps relics from Faison's past, like a locket with his image, occasionally surface in Britt's quarters, fueling speculation about his ghostly oversight. Yet, when we peel back the layers of this intrigue, it becomes clear that denying Britt her crucial medication as a form of coercion feels out of character for a father like Faison, whose villainy was always laced with a warped sense of family loyalty. Enter Peter August, the ultimate anti-hero whose reputation as a ruthless manipulator precedes him like a dark storm cloud, known for his cold-hearted bargains and willingness to toy with lives to achieve his ends. Peter emerges as the far more fitting architect of such a diabolical setup. Would he stoop to withholding his own sister's meds to force her hand in unraveling Dalton's data for his gain? Absolutely, as his history of betrayal and obsession paints him as the perfect villain for this role. To heighten the drama, we've invented a scenario where Britt receives anonymous notes threatening dosage interruptions, unless she accelerates her work, each missive laced with Peter's signature sarcasm, reminding her of their shared bloodline while underscoring his dominance. Delving deeper into the creative minds behind General Hospital, co-head writers Elizabeth Court and Chris Van Etten have teased in a recent Soap Opera Digest interview that the lab analysis Brit is entangled in is potentially both very valuable and very dangerous, describing it as the kind of endeavor that demands a blend of madness and malevolence from its overseer. They emphasize that only someone truly unhinged and cunning would helm such a project, qualities that Peter embodies to a T, having outmaneuvered heroes and villains alike during his reign of terror in Port Charles. His peerless villainy, marked by psychological warfare and elaborate deceptions, makes him an ideal fit for this narrative arc. Expanding on this, imagine the data involving experimental serums that could grant immortality or control. Mind elements we've creatively added to amplify the stakes, positioning Peter as the mastermind who sees this as his ticket to ultimate power, far beyond the reaches of his supposed demise. What makes this speculation even more tantalizing is the writer's hint that the Faison-Obrecht clan is just getting started, signaling a resurgence of this dysfunctional dynasty's influence on the show's landscape. As the son of Faison and Alex Merrick, Peter carries the torch of their legacy, blending Faison's brutality with Alex's cunning intellect. This familial revival could intertwine with Maxie Jones's impending crisis, creating a web of interconnected plots that pull at the heartstrings of longtime viewers. We've introduced an inventive connection. Perhaps Peter's survival involves a secret alliance, forged in the shadows of Europe, where he monitors Maxie's life from afar, his old obsessions reigniting as he plots his return. Speaking of Maxie, the spoilers suggest her upcoming turmoil might directly link to Peter's machinations, potentially involving a daring kidnapping orchestrated by the enigmatic Jen Sidwell. This shadowy figure could snatch Maxie to prevent her from delivering critical intel on Sonny Corinthos to the authorities, turning her into a pawn in a larger game. Given Peter's infamous fixation on Maxie stemming from their tumultuous history of love, betrayal, and manipulation, it's not a stretch to envision him partnering with Sidwell for mutual gain. This collaboration would add coherence to the chaos, with Peter pulling strings from Croatia to reclaim what he sees as his, perhaps using Brit's data as leverage in the deal. To enrich this angle, we've fabricated a detail. Intercepted communications between Sidwell and an unknown contact hinted to be Peter reference Maxie's name alongside coded phrases about unfinished business, heightening the suspense and tying back to Peter's unyielding pursuit. As these threads weave together, the possibility of Peter August's triumphant or terrifying return to Port Charles looms large, promising explosions of drama that could redefine alliances and resurrect old feuds. GH fans, what are your thoughts on this wild theory? Do you crave the chaos of Peter's comeback, or would you rather see new villains take the stage? Next, we will learn about an inspiring off-screen adventure from the talented Laura Wright, who brings Carly Spencer to life with such fiery passion. As the intricate web of Port Charles drama keeps Carly Spencer weaving through various subplots, without claiming a central spotlight of her own, her real-life counterpart, Laura Wright, is charting an exhilarating new path that's all about empowerment and self-discovery. Far removed from the high-stakes betrayals and romantic entanglements of General Hospital, Wright is stepping into the spotlight as a guide for personal transformation, inviting fans to join her on a journey that promises to unlock inner strength and clarity. This venture isn't just a casual side project, it's a heartfelt extension of Wright's own passions, where she shares the mindfulness practices that fuel her vibrant energy both on and off the set. Imagine Wright, known for her dynamic portrayals of resilience, now channeling that same vigor into helping others harness their potential. We've invented a fresh twist here, perhaps drawing from her experiences, navigating the demanding world of soap operas, where quick adaptability and emotional depth are key, to inspire participants to face life's twists with similar grace. Teaming up with the insightful meditation teacher Elizabeth Winkler, Wright is launching a captivating 4-week course deeply rooted in the timeless wisdom of Don Miguel Ruiz's influential book, The Four Agreements. This collaboration is designed to transcend the ordinary, offering a structured yet soul-stirring experience that encourages everyone to embrace profound change. Wright, bubbling with her signature enthusiasm, has taken to Instagram to unveil this exciting initiative through not one, but 2 compelling posts, each accompanied by engaging videos where she and Winkler dive into the heart of their vision. In these clips, Wright radiates warmth as she breaks down the core principles making them accessible and relatable for fans from all walks of life. To add a creative layer, envision Wright sharing a personal anecdote in one video about how these agreements helped her during a particularly grueling filming schedule, turning potential burnout into renewed purpose, thereby illustrating the real-world applicability. At the core of this transformative program are the 4 foundational agreements from Ruse's book, which Wright eloquently recaps as: be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, always do your best. These aren't mere slogans, but powerful tools for reshaping one's reality. And Wright emphasizes how integrating them can align your spoken intentions, daily decisions, and overall vibe with the fulfilling life you've always envisioned. She delves into the magic of conscious living, explaining that by embodying these principles, participants can create harmony between their inner world and external actions. We've expanded this with an invented element. Wright might include interactive exercises, like journaling prompts tailored to each agreement, encouraging fans to reflect on moments from their favorite GH episodes, where characters like Carly could have applied these lessons to avoid dramatic pitfalls, bridging the gap between fiction and personal growth. In the accompanying videos, Wright opens up about her evolving relationship with the book, revealing how each reading unveils fresh insights that shift her perspective. She recounts that during her initial encounter with the 4 agreements, the principle of don't take anything personally resonated most deeply, perhaps helping her navigate the intense feedback loops of public life as a soap star. However, upon revisiting the text, her admiration pivoted to the first agreement: be impeccable with your word, which she now champions as a cornerstone for authentic communication. This personal evolution underscores the book's dynamic nature, inviting participants to experience similar awakenings. To enrich the narrative, we've added a new detail. Wright shares a hypothetical scenario where applying this agreement transformed a challenging on-set collaboration into a breakthrough moment of teamwork, inspiring viewers to see how small shifts in mindset can lead to monumental changes. Promising to venture even further into the depths of self-exploration, Wright and Winkler commit to guiding attendees through a process of dismantling outdated beliefs that hold them back, empowering them to step boldly into their truth and inherent power. This isn't a passive study of ancient wisdom. It's an active immersion, where the teachings are brought to life through practical applications that fit seamlessly into everyday routines. The course structure emphasizes conscious embodiment, helping individuals recognize how these agreements influence their choices, energize their interactions, and manifest in subtle yet profound ways. Inventing an additional facet, perhaps the program includes weekly live Q&A sessions where Wright draws parallels to Carly's resilient journey on GH, showing how not making assumptions could have altered iconic storylines, making the learning process both entertaining and enlightening for soap enthusiasts. In her second Instagram post, Wright elaborates on the course's essence, describing how these enduring teachings from Ruiz can steer our decisions, mold our personal energy, and integrate into the fabric of daily existence. She invites everyone to consciously adopt agreements that foster empowerment, turning abstract concepts into tangible habits that elevate one's quality of life. This message is delivered with Wright's infectious zeal, making it clear that the program is more than education. It's a communal voyage toward greater self-awareness. To heighten engagement, we've fabricated a bonus feature: exclusive access to guided meditations voiced by Wright herself, infused with her calming presence, allowing fans to visualize stepping into their power just as Carly does in the face of adversity. As Laura Wright ventures beyond the dramatic confines of General Hospital into this realm of personal enlightenment, she's not only expanding her horizons, but also creating a bridge for fans to connect with her on a deeper level. This 4-week journey inspired by the 4 agreements is set to be a game-changer, blending wisdom, inspiration, and practical tools for anyone ready to transform. Whether you're a die-hard GH viewer or simply seeking growth, this course offers a unique opportunity to align with your best self. Head over to the links in Wright's posts to sign up, and let's discuss in the comments which of the 4 agreements speaks to you the most. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates on your favorite stars' off-screen escapades.